All right, so this is why I drink my urine. All right, so first we have to understand the lies, because your doctor's a liar. I've been told you that, but you keep going to him and her, and you keep letting them lie to you. So now, what is urine? Follow me now. What is urine? Urine is plasma ultrafiltrate. Plasma ultrafiltrate. If you watch my last video called Anemia, Fuck Your Doctor, then you will know that I broke down what blood is. So what is blood? Blood is 55% plasma. What is plasma? Plasma is 90% water. So now, what is the job of the kidneys? The job of the kidneys is to filter plasma. They'd be like, oh yeah, your kidneys filter blood. Well, what is blood? Blood is 55% plasma, and the plasma is 90% water. So now, let's stick with anemia. So now you got anemia. That means you have low red blood cells. So instead of your blood cells being 45%, I'm sorry, your blood being 45% red blood cells, your blood is now, let's say, 35% red blood cells. So the doctor pulls your blood, he puts it in that tube, he puts the tube in a centrifuge, and it spins, and you can see the top is clear, the middle is your white blood cells, at the bottom is your red blood cells. So now when he looks at that, he's going to see that you've got about half plasma and half red blood cells. You got a low amount of red blood cells. Now what you're supposed to do, eat iron, just like I told you in my last video. If you go look up what you're supposed to be eating, it's going to tell you McDonald's. It's going to tell you chitlins. It's going to tell you the roaches of the sea, which is shrimp. But no, you're supposed to be eating dark leafy greens. So now let's say dandelions, because I eat dandelions. I'm talking about the weeds that grow in your yard. Yeah, I eat those. So now, because they have twice the amount of iron that your than spinach. So now the doctor says, all right, you have anemia. You need to eat more iron. So you go and you be like, well, how much iron? I don't know how much iron I need. So now, let's say you need 5 dandelions. Let's keep it simple. 5 dandelions. So now, you eat 7 dandelions because you didn't know you needed 5. All you thought is that you needed 7. So now you eat 7 dandelions, and all you needed was 5. So now you have 2 extra dandelions. Follow me. 2 extra dandelions. Why were you eating the dandelions? Because you know there's iron in the dandelions. Why iron? Because iron is used by the body to make hemoglobin. Why hemoglobin? Because hemoglobin is used to make red blood cells. Red blood cells. But all you needed was 5 dandelions to get your red blood cell count back up, to get rid of your anemia, which you never had, just a poor diet. So now you have 2 extra dandelions because you ate 7, but you thought you needed, but because you didn't know how much you needed. So now your plasma is where those 2 extra dandelions go. Your red blood cells is where those 5 dandelions went, because you needed 5, but you ate 7. My numbers might be off. I might have said you needed 5. You ate 7. I don't know what I said. Anyway, you ate 7. All you needed was 5. You got 2 extra. Those 5 went to your red blood cells. Those extra 2 went to your plasma. Follow me. The extra 2 went inside your plasma. What is plasma? 90% water. Now, let me make it real easy for you, because I feel like I'm losing some people. Let me make it real easy for you. Now, let's say, instead of calling it plasma, let's just call it water. Instead of calling it iron, let's just call it dirt. Can you put a little bit of dirt inside your water and it still be water? Absolutely. But if you put too much dirt inside your water, what is it now? Now it's mud. Now your blood, which is really your plasma, now your blood is too thick. So who is responsible for making sure that your blood is not so thick? It's your kidneys. Your kidneys. What is the purpose of your kidneys? So now what they're going to tell you, oh, well, your kidneys are responsible for filtering out toxins. Wrong. Wrong. Your kidneys are not responsible for filtering out toxins. Your ass just got a toxic ass diet. You got a toxic ass diet. That's why your silly ass thinking the kidneys are for filtering out toxins. No, the kidneys are for maintaining homeostasis. If you get hot, you sweat. If you get hungry, you drink. You eat. If you get thirsty, you drink. If you itch, you scratch. This is called balance, people. Your kidneys are responsible for maintaining balance. I just gave you the breakdown of how you get pee. What is urine? Urine is ultraplasmic filtrate. So now you're peeing out water, and the water has been filtered by the kidneys, and it has, because, oh, well, your kidneys are, your pee. That's why your silly ass thinking the kidneys are for filtering out toxins. No, the kidneys are for maintaining homeostasis. Is waste. Your pee is not waste. Your pee is vitamins, nutrients, minerals, iron, all the good things that were extra. Whatever comes out that you crap out, that's the crap you don't need. So now your iron, let's say you ate too much iron, you're going to pee that out. But let's say your ass is eating Dunkin' fucking donuts. You're going to shit that out because you're eating shit. Shit goes out the back. Anything extra goes out the front. Pee. Can y'all see me? Here we go. I think this is a better version. Y'all can't see me. I feel like I can't even see myself. Anyway, so pee is extra vitamins and nutrients. So let's say, because in my anemia video, I told y'all, stop popping them fucking pills. But because you want to pop those pills, what's going to happen to the pills? You pee them out. You not shitting out your pills, you peeing. I lost my feed. Ralph said I lost my feed. It looks like I'm still live. I don't know.
Over the last few months, or maybe even years, a strange kind of alternative therapy has been growing and growing in popularity, especially amongst Facebook groups and mummy groups and certain natural bloggers. It's got to the point where it is so popular now that it is making news stories and articles. Actual scientific studies have been done on this, looking into the benefits and the dangers of this alternative therapy. Urine therapy. So what exactly is urine therapy? Because it sounds a little bit weird, but it can't be that bad, right? It is. To put it simply, urine therapy involves consuming your own pee. Whether this is drinking, putting it as like droplets in your eye, could be rubbing it on the skin. Some people bathe in it, some people soak their clothes in it and wear them, and you consume pee. Some people have even been known to inject it. While this might sound completely disgusting to the average person, the people who do these therapies rationalize it and actually believe it's going to cure them of several different ailments, sometimes the specific ones, sometimes they think it's just going to improve their general health. Unsurprisingly, the people who kind of get into urine therapy the most are the ones who are facing either ongoing health conditions or something serious, like, they've had a recent cancer diagnosis or something like that. It's usually, these vulnerable people who have somehow lost faith in traditional medicine and feel they need to look to something else, something drastic, something new.
What's up, everybody? This is Bayo with BAYONIKS. I want to talk about these people online spreading thought viruses, like really stupid stuff like drinking your own urine. It's ridiculous and it's time for it to stop. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Like, we see influencers on YouTube and we think that, people have earned the right to influence us and things like that. you don't earn my right to influence me unless you're speaking something intelligent and it makes sense and it's scientific and it's based on evidence and reason. Other than that, I'm not listening to any of that garbage. Okay, and so I realized like, wow, okay, so, you know, that's just one crazy guy and everything. But when I saw the 100,000 subscribers that he had with all the influence, and then I saw people in the comments like, yeah, you know, I'm drinking urine, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, right? So that was one that I saw and I realized it was really, it's more, there needs to be people that speak up more against these type of thought viruses, because these people are influencing other people to take steps that are more detrimental to their health, right? So then I thought about it like, okay, well, let me just research a little bit more information. Maybe there's some kind of twisted logic behind it, or, you know, and I'll never do it regardless, even if you have like that. Just for me, there's some other reasons why I would say I would never do that. There's basically spiritual reasons, moral reasons, natural reasons of just pure damn common sense and intuitive reasoning that I would never do that. But even if they presented this type of logic and reason, there's a lot of people that don't think based on critical thinking or logic or reason. And for those of you who don't know, don't take anything I'm saying as a word for it either. Critical thinking and logical reasoning is when you look at both sides of an equation, both sides of a point of view, of both sides of a problem. Which means if somebody tells you, oh man, yeah, you should drink your own urine, it's very healthy for you. Then you look on the other side of the problem and you say, okay, you should not drink your urine, it's very bad for you. And then you should look at the reasons of not drinking your urine and look at the reasons of drinking your urine and come to that conclusion. If you had to go that far, for me, it's not that hard of a decision. Don't drink your goddamn urine. You know, but evidently for some people, they require a little bit more research on the topic. They require a little bit more effort to find out why they should or shouldn't do something. Okay, so then the other more disturbing video that I saw was this guy, Brian Rose. I followed this guy on London Real, on various interviews he's had over various different experts and people like that who are, you know, basically luminaries in fitness and enlightenment and spirituality and consciousness and personal development and things like that. So cool, you know, I see various people. But this time he was on there with the guy named Tim Sheaf. These guys literally pissed, turned around on camera, pissed in a cup, and turned around and sat down drinking their own urine like it's coffee. And then they're talking about it like it's cool, like this is what, like even one time I commented on this, like Tim Sheaf kind of like owned him, like beta mailed him, like, yeah man, you got chest on your hairs, now you're drinking your own urine. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is ridiculous. So when I saw that, and then at the end of the video, see, this is why I'm making the video now, because at the end of the video he influenced the guy, and the guy said, okay, I'm going to challenge you guys to send videos and tweets to do this. So basically I looked at that and I saw that another guy in the YouTube feed of that search had submitted a video back that he was basically sitting in his fucking bedroom, and he's like, yeah, Brian Rose, man, I got an open mind. Here's my response to the challenge. So this kid, this probably, who knows, 19, 20 years old, he turns around, goes by his dresser, pees in a cup, and then turns around and drinks a cup full of his own urine. Live on YouTube for the whole world to see. That's when I was like, man, these people are sick in the head.
I just found this interesting article called Urine Therapy, Fraudulent Texts, Fake Gurus, and Dark Astral Energy. And I will leave the link below. But it has some interesting quotes. It says Himavanti quotes from an article, and apparently Himavanti just means somewhere like from the Himalayan mountains area. Hydrotherapy and urine therapy. Quote, there is also another aspect of using human urine described in dark Hindu tantras. It is a spiritual religious aspect, if such words can even be used in this context. Some dark and foul creatures called Rakshasa, which in English would mean demons, practice and recommend consuming urine 2 times a day in order to unite, through a communion, with the source of one's demonic power. Pisaka, another class of dark and evil creatures, which would translate into English as devils or fiends, use human and their own urine as a common everyday drink for every occasion. Just another type of beer. I congratulate such demon on his idea of inducing humans interested in yoga and health into the ritual reception of demonic communion. According to the teachings of Shiva, the master of yogins and mystics, anyways, everyone who consumes their own urine will be reborn in the lowest and darkest spheres, or lokas, of existence, from which there is no way back to the lands of light, and there is no possibility of being reborn in the human world. I congratulate all P fans on the choice of their life path. There is probably no better way, however healthy it may seem, of destroying one's self, Atman or soul. Shiva warns all yoga, mysticism, or esoteric disciples against those destructive practices and teachings. Shiva instructed Parvati that people, souls, who lose their own self, Atmana, in the communion or unity with demons, will be destroyed completely with the dawn of Pralaya, that is, at the end of the cycle of our day of Brahma. Unfortunately, not everything that is Eastern is always godly, divine, and spiritual. A remark for those fascinated with Eastern culture. Devilish phenomena may happen as well. Hydropathy is a totally different matter than pee drinking. I have not researched hydropathy, so I'm not promoting it because I don't know what it is. According to the teachings of yoga, harmful astral substances, hala poison, are excreted together with urine. This astral demonic poison has the power of killing human soul. Those who reabsorb urine will slowly become poisoned, and their spirit will eventually be destroyed until they will lose themselves in Pralaya, the night of Brahma. With time, human psyche becomes open for the 8th sphere, which is also characteristic of other substances harmful to the spiritual life, such as alcohol, opium, or marijuana. According to the teachings of Shiva, the first yoga master, people consuming their own excrements, including urine, will, quote, in reward, be plunged in the hellish river Vaitarani, which consists of all the impurities that make it impossible for the lost soul ever to leave the realm of hell, even for a little while. One should also be aware of those innocent side effects of which the pee lovers probably do not want to know. Just like alcohol or cigarette addicts do not want to know of the harmful effects of their addictions. Satanists, I presume, will be satisfied with a new healthy way to practice their cult, if they haven't heard of it already and wish to plunge for eternity in the sewage waters of the demonic river Vaitarani. I wish all the local Rakshasa drink gourmets so that they would keep their urine therapy away from the concepts such as yoga. I also ask them to kindly inform their disciples what kind of therapy this urine therapy really is. A dark magic communion with dark forces, which undoubtedly will perform their own therapy. Cure a person of all humanity and the possibility of human birth. But that is a more delicate matter, not visible at the first sight. Wow. That is amazing. Like I said, I will leave that link below. But I've been saying over and over and over again to people to stay away from this urine therapy thing. People who are promoting this urine therapy, like this says, already have these demons attached to them. So watch out for them. And you should probably transvestigate them while you're at it, because normal people, unless they have fallen prey to this, don't do this kind of weird things. Unfortunately, a lot of truthers have been led astray by a lot of the leading shills of the flat earth community, just like in the flat earth documentary Behind the Curve or whatever it's called. I haven't gotten to see it yet, but I already knew that it was going to be a mockumentary, like they're saying, because they're interviewing shills. What do you expect? They're making a joke out of flat earth. So, anyways, urine therapy is a satanic practice, like this said, and it is a very dark communion with satanic forces. So don't join the pissy breath brigade.
Elixir of health, as it was described by Dave Weiss.
So first sample, transparency, subpar. Oh, that's just piss. That's just straight up piss.
Trust your gag reflex. It is there for a reason. It tries to prevent you from consuming something disgusting like pee.
Urine is, look at it as like blood. If you were going to pee out blood, you'd say, oh shit, I want to put that back in. I might need that. It's the same situation.
Urine, think of it like blood. Well, guess what? Every month I have some menstrual blood. Should I start drinking that too, you guys?
I'm about to drink the elixir of immortality. So here's some of my menstrual blood, and remember, even though we were taught that it's nasty, it's not. And this is the part you want to get. This is the part that has all those stem cells that are healthy.
How about you have some of your pee and heal yourself?
Results have not been promising.
And then you'll be talking pee like we are.
Maybe we're being idiots, or maybe we're...
If you can't stomach drinking it, sissy, all you got to do is take a quick sip.
Apparently, to these shows, you're a sissy if you don't drink pissy.
Here's how you do it. Do it over a sink, because you may have a gag reflex, because in your mind you're thinking, I'm drinking pee, I'm drinking waste.
Wow. Check out the duper's delight that's going on in this clip.
You may have a gag reflex because in your mind you're drinking pee, I'm drinking waste.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to do this. And then you do it. And then you've done it and you feel brave. And then you do it And then you've done it.
And if you can do that once a day, try it. If you can only manage once a week, fine. If you're only going to be putting it on your skin,
Even if you only do it once in your whole life, freaking try it.
Why are these entities trying so desperately to get you to drink your urine? Why?
You've heard some of the stuff that I've said this week. Yes, Patricia is a man. I think Patricia used to be a man with narrow hips like a man and had this cushioning put on.
And by the way, when you get headphones, just so you know, you won't get any of that feedback every once in a while, because I can hear every once in a while me coming through your speaker, but that's okay. No worries.
Oh, no.
No. You're totally fine. I'm just letting you know that eventually, because you will do interviews. I guarantee it. You will do interviews.
This is my first.
Well, you will do more. And you're going to be able to interview a whole bunch of people before that's over. You'll be able to call up any flat earther, anybody you want. Because I've seen, look, you know, let's face it, the more transparent you are, because they're going to check into your backstory anyway. And I'm hoping the NSA spent some money this time and got you covered, because as an agent, you know, you got to have a good backstory.
All the dirty stuff's been well hidden.
Oh, good.
I got to be honest. I think you're a spy. With a name like Miss Steer, I mean, come on.
That's why I picked that name.
This very, very interesting woman who has come upon the scene, and I don't think she's an agent at all.
I'm not trained in any sort of how to work with the camera or something like that.
Except by the agency, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We are going to be debunking thoroughly, as thorough as possible, this notion of urine therapy, or what's so-called urine therapy. Now, I'm not going to debate if what's coming out of our body is urine or not, because I don't disagree with that at all. I think that in translation in English, that fits the description. So I have no problem with accepting that, and I have no debates against that. See, I'm not out here trying to change reality. I'm out here just trying to put things into proper context, because the general public, as far as their cognitive ability to correctly identify things, are ridiculously poor. It's piss poor. Let's bring it back so that now we do have a more accurate ability to accurately identify what it is that we're bear witnessing to. Now, obviously, we didn't allow Crumb Snatcher to get through that entire video, and it's ridiculous how many views he got off of that video. It's one of his earlier videos. Probably like one of the first or second videos on CrumbTv, on his YouTube page, and you could go on there right now and listen to him rant for about a half hour about the so-called benefits of urine, consuming urine, and he's gonna contradict himself. Or homeostasis, I think he said your kidneys are made for homeostasis and not for filtration. Okay, he said your kidneys are not for filtration, it's for homeostasis. And then he turned right back around and said your kidneys are for filtration. Like, I was like, okay, all right. So now, like, as soon as you heard that, I was like, yeah, you like kind of done with you at that point, because you are contradicting yourself heavily, and it's to the point where we can't really trust anything that you say. We have to like literally sit there and deep pick everything that you say, because everything that you've said so far has been baseless and creditless. And what was it? It was like probably like 5 or 10 minutes into the video, and just listen to him rant about how stupid the doctors are. and how stupid you are for listening to the so-called doctors. Now, is that just false? Is that like from nowhere? No, of course not. I don't think you should trust these so-called doctors, but I don't think you should simply distrust the doctors simply because I say so or because anybody says so. There are so-called doctors who are there to attempt to assist you. It's just that you don't know what the hell you need or want, and you are allowing these so-called doctors to exploit that because you're stupid, weak, and vulnerable. And that's pretty much it. As long as you cannot be exploited by a so-called doctor, you will not be, yeah. These so-called doctors, I'm not pushing the agenda to distrust the so-called doctors simply because I don't trust your so-called doctor. I don't trust so-called doctors, period. However, I will not try to dismiss or discredit or anything like that, especially with so-called professionals who have studied and given their lives to the study medical research. I value the research. I accept the research. This guy let this video stand up for so long. I believe Crumb, Kalinago, and the rest of Crumb and his pals, since they have done so much damage and they have spread so much misinformation, I think they need to dedicate just as many videos as they use to confuse. CrumbTv has used to cause panic, confusion, and terror. They need to make just as many or double the amount to repent or repay the general public for their blatant misinformation agenda on the mass. Okay? COINTELOP, that's pretty much what it is. If even if Crumb Snatcher does not realize he was participating in a COINTEL operation, the black agenda. Let me wrap it up. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below what you think. Gratitude, peace, love, and light. White power.